Welcome back to our ECFE videos. Now today I just thought I would use some stuff from around my house and some things that my girls are 2 and 4 years old, that we do together for ideas that you can do inside now that it's starting to get cold and snow is on the ground. So actually just about everything I show you today you can purchase at the dollar store. I know it's hard not having ECFE in person because you don't have all the same supplies as we have in our schools, but I went to the dollar store and found things to work with, and I'm just going to give you lots of different activities you can do with your child. Do not feel like you need to do all of them. Pick and choose, change them up. I just want to help get you thinking about different things. I'm going to go through some fine motor, some math, and some letter and name recognition. So the first thing I found, and this is one of my girls' favorite things to do, is you can buy these pom-poms at Walmart. Like I said, everything I bought here is at the dollar store. These are my girls. I got these ones off of Amazon. First thing you can do that's really fun with pom-poms, or the kids can do, is simply sorting them. So putting them in piles by what color. Then if you want to mix it up, if you have tweezers at home, or if you have on Amazon, this is the one thing I did not get from the dollar store that I'm going to show you today. They're these cute little tongs and tweezers that are safe for the kids to practice their fine motor skills. So they can actually be moving these to sort them with these tweezers. If you have tweezers at home, that's a great to help get that grip stronger. This is the one my girls fight over, where you can scoop it up, it fits in there, and they can scoop them and sort them that way. Another fun way of using these is using a spoon, like a baby spoon, and they can scoop them up, and put them into a cup. So scooping, put in a cup. Sometimes you can put the cup across the room, so then they have to balance the pom-pom on the spoon to the cup. These I thought were really cool to make it a little bit harder. So these are test tubes that I found at the dollar store today. And what I did, what you can do is you can simply, it takes a little more coordination to get those pom-poms in there. So I could do all yellow if you wanted to say what colors. If the spoon or tweezers is too hard, just having them put them on or put them in with their hand is going to be beneficial too. So just fun different ways. My girls have loved playing with these since they were both super young. But that's a fun thing with pom-poms. Another thing with the pom-poms I found at the dollar store are these wooden numbers. So you can actually have your child, if they wanted to just be counting and put these numbers in order, they can paint them. But another fun way to represent numbers is if you talk about like the number 2. Like with Crimson, my youngest daughter, I would say, Crimson, you're 2. Let's count out 2. So we could do 1, 2, and then we have 2 right there. Let's find another 2. Is there another 2 in here? Here it is. Now let's do 2 red, and she can go 1, 2. Then I can say your big sister is 4. So here's the number 4, and she loves yellow. So let's do 4 yellow pom-poms. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's another fun activity that I found at the dollar store. So simple, easy, and honestly, my girls love playing with this stuff. I have to put these away, otherwise you get pom-poms all over your house. But they'll even play with their kitchen set with these. They'll cook them. So super fun and inexpensive. Now another thing for coordination is simple, the monkeys. Monkeys in a barrel. These are at the dollar store. Now what I recommend doing, if you lay them flat, I've noticed a lot of kids get really frustrated, especially younger, and when they've just started. So if you just put them in the lid then they have a little bit better chance of grabbing them. So simply trying to hook on the monkeys. They can even, if you just do 2 at a time and they match the color. Oh, I got a bunch on that one. You could even count them. Lots of fun things with this hand-eye coordination is going to work really well. So simple monkeys in a barrel. They have the original at Walmart as well, but I just thought this is really good for coordination. So another thing I found at the dollar store there were safe scissors, which I talked about using scissors in the last movie. So these ones are extra safe, even safer than the ones I used before. They are at the dollar store. They're a little bit more guarded. I don't think they're going to cut as well, but it's just something to start with. So I did find these just neon starbursts. This would be something fun that kids can just sit and cut up and practice cutting. Eventually you could draw lines on these. Just different things, just giving them paper. They're going to be amazed that they get to cut. So remember, some kids are going to start out using 2 hands. If you want to put your hand over them and help them this way, it's really hard for me to do it with my oldest because she's left-handed, but we try, and she's done really, really well. So scissors too. This is just a fun being creative. I actually know of teachers who have, when they've traveled with their young kids on the plane, they just give them pipe cleaners. And I had never thought of that. So just giving your child pipe cleaners, any age, to create shapes, to create towers, to create lots of different things. They can make a chain like I am. I don't even know what I'm going to try to make. But here's a chain you can make. I've seen where they just get so creative. They'll think of stuff that we would never think of. But the pipe cleaners, I'm not going to keep building, but my girls love these pipe cleaners, and I did get Christmas colors since the holidays are coming, but you can get all different colors. Going into more of my math, with number recognition. Now, I did find this pack at the dollar store. It has numbers, puzzle cards, and sight words. So I'm going to use the number cards right now. So simply, I'm just going to take, you can see the number 1, and then there's another card that just has the number word. I'm going to set that aside. Then I see the number 2, number card set aside, 3, the word 4, set it aside, and 5. So and I do want 6 too. Now what they can do for number recognition is I also found this dice at the dollar store. And I wrote on it with a Sharpie 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So if you have a normal dice, it can. The only thing with normal dice is it has dots on it. And this is to practice seeing a number and recognizing it. So if it has dots, that's fine because it represents the number. But my purpose of doing this game, I guess you can say, is so that they recognize and match up the numbers. So you would roll the dice, and I got a 6. So I would say, Crimson, find the number 6, and then she would show me the matching card, just like that. Now you can even take it farther. You can take those pom-poms back out, and you can count out 6 then. And also, you could use these wood numbers to then find the number 6 in the wood numbers. Now the number cards go up to, in this pack, I think it was 12. I recommend just sticking with 6 to start, and as they do really well with 6, if they can master all of that, then just add 7. You won't do it with the dice anymore, but you can represent it matching them with the number cards and the wooden numbers. So those are different ones. Also, I found, I'm not going to even open them, but they have these buttons there that were fun, and they come in different sizes too. So they're smaller, purple and yellow, and bigger, pink and blue. So in this sense, you could also count out how many of each number. You could sort these by colors. You could sort them by sizes. Lots of different things you can do. Obviously, with all of these smaller items, you want to be watching your child with them, making sure, especially our young ones, don't put anything in our mouth. So this is another one. Now my final thing that I thought, oh, before I go to my final thing, also with these that I was cutting up, these starbursts, kids can draw on them, kids can color on them, but this is another thing that they could be sorting. So it gives a lot more options. Super easy, super fun and bright, but kids can be sorting those as well. They could even, as they get older, they could be practicing writing their name on these with markers. They could be practicing writing numbers, any letter, even just lines. So it's just something fun other than just plain white paper. It's amazing what some bright colors can do. All right, now the last thing I have that I highly, highly recommend you starting to practice is your child recognizing their name. Not having to be able to spell it, not being able to write it, just make sure that they can recognize their name. Now, something you can do simply is putting their name around your house. And you can say, go find your name 5 different spots. So you just simply write their name on a piece of paper, cut it out, and pin it around the house. Now, something you can do also as they're getting older is I have some books. So Adeline, my oldest, she can look. So I'll say, this is the letter A. Let's look for our letter A. So you can go into any book and she'd say, Mommy, there's the letter A. Okay, then you can go on further if you want. Now, I do recommend writing uppercase at the beginning and the rest lowercase there. That way, it's just going to help their teachers in the future, because transitioning them from all uppercase letters to uppercase and the rest lowercase is kind of tough. So if you can do that, that would be great. As they also get older, so this book is bigger text, not as many letters on one page. This book has a lot more text on each page, so she'd have to look a little bit closer, but you might actually find a lot more in this book. So that's something. Another thing with them recognizing their names is just letting them color on a paper with it. If they want, so my daughter loves the color yellow, so simply having her take a yellow crayon and coloring over it. It's going to be hard to see probably. Just simply like that. Also having them trace over it. My girls love to use highlighters. My first graders love to use highlighters. And finally, the last thing I recommend doing, you can use Play-Doh. And if you have a laminator at home or maybe at work, you could laminate their name like a little Play-Doh sheet. My mom did that for my girls at her house. And then they sit and they can play on there. But also if you take Play-Doh, which is really good for fine motor, strengthens their hands, they can sit and make the letters of their name with the Play-Doh. I'd probably want to write her name a little bit bigger, but that's another very common thing you see in preschools and ECFE classrooms. So those lots of different ideas. I bet you'll think of way more, but number recognition, their name recognition, fine motor skills. Oh, last thing I thought of, just for fun, I found these little cones at the dollar store. And I thought, because we always like to do gross motor at our ECFE classes where the kids can crawl around. I just got 4 cones. And the options I can think of in my head for my girls to use these outside. Okay, I want you to go jump over each cone. I want you to go to the cone and I want you to do a somersault. I want you to run around the cones. All of those things are going to be great. Can you put a cone on top of the swing set? Can you put a cone underneath the swing set? So I found these and I couldn't pass them up. They came in a 2-pack, so I bought two packs. I got 4, but these were there as well. You could use something else that you could find in your house to just make cones like a little, where you get them outside running and playing. So just an extra fun thing. So I hope everyone's staying healthy, and we really wish we could see you all in person, but hopefully sooner than later. Keep washing those hands and have a great day.